What's up everyone, it's Trainer Dell, and in this video I have for you my deck profile on the Archelos Lagoon Mystic Commander deck. So happy to get this. I bought like a random collector booster that I found at my local Target and was like, might as well try out my luck. And lo and behold, got the deck that I've been prepping for. Archelos Lagoon Mystic, one in a Soul Tie, Turtle Shaman. Just so happy to have this card. As long as he's tapped, other permanents enter the battlefield tapped, and as long as he's untapped, other permanents enter the battlefield untapped. So obviously a route to go is like Stax, but I don't want to do that. I obviously been waiting a long time to just make a turtle commander deck. So that's basically mostly what this is. There's a little Stax, a little, or group slug. It's a janky deck, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. I kind of just want to play a janky version of it. Nothing too crazy. There's probably going to be builds where they're doing crazy shenanigans and stuff with them. But these were cards that I had lying around, a few stuff I had here and there, and then stuff I picked up in preparation of this card coming out. So yeah, let's get right into the deck profile. And it's gonna be like all the turtles. Let's get right. So I don't know where I'm gonna put this. Thriving Turtle, 1 blue. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters, and then whenever it attacks, you may pay 2 energy counters and put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's from Kaladesh. It's a cool turtle. Aegis Turtle from Ikoria, just 1/05. Just turtle time. Giant Tortoise, 1 in a blue. It has 0/3 as long as it's untapped, so it becomes like a 1/4. Riptide Turtle is a flash and defender, so you can just kind of drop it down. Another 0/5 from Theros. So it's basically Aegis Turtle 1.0. I think Aegis Turtle not having the downside of having defender is pretty cool because at least it can attack. Vintara Snapper, 2 green for a 2/2, and it can't be the target of spells or abilities as long as you control no untapped land. So if you're tapped out, it has Shroud basically. Steelbane Hydra, probably one of the other better turtles in the deck. It's a Turtle Hydra, X and 2 green. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters, and you can do 2 in a green, remove +1/+1 counter from this, and destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's cool. Calcite Snapper. What's this from? Zendikar, the first one. Shroud, but also has landfall, so whenever you put a land, you can switch its power and toughness. Horned Turtle, very normal 3-drop 1/4 turtle. Giant Turtle, 1 and 2 green, and Giant Turtle may not attack if it attacked during your last turn. It's just a 2/4. So it's a little slow, but life isn't a race. Wormfang Turtle, and I believe on Gatherer it shows that it's a Nightmare Turtle beast now, so it has turtle in the subtypes or whatever, or in the types. When Wormfang Turtle comes into the play, remove a land you control from the game. When Wormfang Turtle leaves play, return the removed card to play under its owner's control. So it's alright. Armored World Turtle from the Global series, I believe. It's just a 3 mana 0/5. So it's basically like Aegis Turtle and whatnot, just 2 more mana more. Turtle Shell Changeling, officially it's a changeling and a shapeshifter, but I mean it's all types, so it's also turtle, and he looks like a turtle. So 1 in a blue, switch its power and toughness until the end of turn. Mistford River Turtle, and this one is whenever this attacks, another target attacking non-human creature can't be blocked this turn. It's pretty cool. Let all the turtles get in. Thunder Snapper, it's like so much 4 of a hybrid mana for, what's that, Simic. And whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, draw a card. Which is great and all, but I don't think I play like that many big spells in here. Wandering Tomb Shell, Oh, it's so sad what happened to you'll see Meandering Tower Shell. That's basically him in the alter universe. Well, I guess the fixed canon now, because this is how it is with all the dragons back. Just a 4 mana for a 1/6. I believe he's still a turtle, right? Yeah, zombie turtle. Meandering Tower Shell, when he was so awesome, but he has Island Walk, 5/9 for 3 and 2 green, and whenever it attacks, you exile it, but then returns the next turn, and then it's attacking. So it takes like a whole turn for him to attack. Basically, like 3 turns because of Summoning Sickness. Scuttle Gator, 4 and 2 Simic hybrid. It's a defender, but for 6 and 2 Simic, you can adapt 3. So put 3 +1/+1 counters on this. And as long as it has a +1/+1 counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. So that's all right. Silverland Snapper. And it's just a 6 mana, 5 and a blue. And it can't attack unless you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Cold Water Snapper. It has hexproof for a 4/5. And Angler Turtle. I think Angler Turtle is the biggest turtle in terms of mana, because I think Meandering Tower Shell is 2 less. But that's a 5/9. This is a 5/7, but this has hexproof, and creatures your opponent attack. Your opponent's control attack each combat if able. So hopefully, you know, they'll attack into these big tough turtles. We got Metallic Mimic. So yeah, choose turtles obviously. And you can become a turtle, and then create other turtles come in with a +1/+1 counter. So Scuttle Gator can come in and not have to really worry about adapting. And here's Adaptive Automaton. So he doesn't have to, again, this one sadly won't give it a +1/+1 counter. It just gives, you choose turtles, obviously, and then, you know, other turtles get +1/+1, but not counters, just in general. I put Gilder Baron, even though he's an oof, there's a turtle in the art right there. So that's kind of cool. And then for each, you can do the untap thing for 2 and a hybrid Simic. For each counter on target permanent, put another of those counters on that permanent. So it's all right. There's some +1/+1 counter stuff, not a lot. And she's here, Seeker of Skybreak, basically to untap target creature. So if I tap, I don't do a lot of untap tap shenanigans, not too much, but it's just here for some of those shenanigans. Smuggler's Copter, a way to tap down Archelos if I have to, just crew it. But also it's a pretty alright card. Helps looting and whatnot. We got Soul Ring, Springleaf Drum, a way to tap down Archelos if I had to, and add mana. Pacification Array, same thing. I could tap 2, tap this, and I can tap target creature artifact. Obviously for Archelos if I have to, or if I want to. Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, Star Compass. So I put this in here because basically with Archelos on the battlefield, if it's untapped, this comes in untapped, and it's basically like that, like reverse Felwar Stone. Mirror of the Forebears, because it can also be a turtle. You choose turtle and then copy another turtle. So much turtle. Commander Sphere, just here. Lifecrafter's Bestiary for scrying, and if I cast any of the turtles, I can pay green to draw a card. Icon of Ancestry, which chooses the creature type, obviously turtles, and then they all get +1/+1, and then you can do the 3 and tap to look at the top 3 cards, and hopefully you get a turtle. I mean, there's more turtles that they come out, the more they can be in this deck. Now, the only one that it's not in here is the new red one from Ikoria. Anyways, this is a card that I also got in the Collector's Booster, which I was like, awesome. 3 visits, that Portal reprint. Got the extended art right here, and just basically search for a force card and put it into the battlefield. So if I ever get like, not dual lands, but like shock lands or anything with the type name forest, it can get any of those. Ramping Growth for ramping. Sylvan Scrying to get any land I need. Farseek. And the cool thing is, again, they come in to play tap, but if you have Archelos out, it won't be tapped. It comes in untapped, so pretty cool. Kodama's Reach, same thing with that, and Cultivate. What is it? Circuitous Route. Same thing. It's just this one gets 2 lands. Switcheroo, just because it has a turtle in the art. Exchange, control of 2 target creatures. Would be cool if this was an instant speed, but it's fine. 5 mana, kind of a lot. Shell Shield, because it has a turtle in the art again. It's just 1 to give a target creature +0/+3, but if you kick it, it also gets hexproof. It's pretty cool. Nature's Claim for some removal, negate, stop some things, counterspell, stop some things, Growth Spiral, 2 ramp and to draw, Simic things, Croson Grip, get rid of, what's that, Sensei's Divining Top. Unwind. When I was putting together the deck, I realized I had like no counter spells, so I was like, I'll just add some in, so that's why there's Unwind, Supreme Will. Jolt. This is a instant speed. I can tap, and then I get to draw 1. So if I had to just instant speed tap this down, I could do that. Putrefy, just to destroy something. Tortoise Formation. I've had this like forever. Like never a place to put it in, but it's just here now. So creatures you control gain Shroud until end of turn, so they can't be targeted and whatnot. But it's a little sad because it's like just the shells. It's people using the shells, but still, I think it's funny. I need to get that one artifact, the Chimera Idol or something like that, just because it looks like a turtle. Death Sprout to destroy something and get ramp. Mystic Confluence. Like I said, I was just missing some counterspell stuff to put in here, so grab the ones that I had extras of. Flood, interesting card, it's an enchantment. And for 2 blue, I can tap any target creature that doesn't have flying. Thassa's Ire. Now it's 3 in a blue to tap or untap a target creature. So, I can tap it down on someone's turn if I still have more mana. Untap it to help someone else out. Assault Formation, basically so all my turtles could just deal their damage through their toughness. Really cool card. Life Force and Death Grip. This is a reason why I put these in here and I totally forgot blue is way better, but these are just stupid color pie break counters. It's 2 green, but for 2 green counter target black spell, play this as this is an enchantment, so you can keep using that ability. And then this is the reverse. It's 2 black, and then for 2 black counter target green spell. And black and green are so much in Commander that I was like, oh, that'll be funny. Rhystic Deluge, another way. It's 2 in a blue, but now just for 1 blue, tap target creature unless it's control play 1, which obviously I won't. So I'll just tap down my Archelos if I want to. Then Sultai Ascendancy, and this is basically a way to keep scrying in a sense, or what's the new one? The Demir ability. I can't remember at the top of my head. Oh, Surveil. So at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put any number of them back into your graveyard, and the rest back in your top of your deck in any order. So it's basically Surveil 2 every upkeep. Then for the lands, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Holdout Settlement, and Survivor's Encampment. Basically the same thing, where I can tap an untapped creature and add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool. So I can tap down Archelos at instant speed. The Thriving Grove, Isle, and more. You can choose the colors. So early game, if I get one of these and I'm missing a color, it'll be a way to get to the colors I need to bring out my commander. Later in the game, it just comes in untapped, and it's just basically a dual land. The bounce lands and stuff. Temple of Mystery, Thornwood Falls. I need to get the Simic Guildgate. I couldn't find any of those, but basically these all come in tapped and do stuff. This is the bounce land. This lets you scry and this gains life. But with Archelos on the battlefield, any of these basically come in untapped. Golgari Rot Farm, Temple Malady, Jungle Hollow, kind of the same as those ones except in Golgari colors. And I only had the Dismal Blackwater in my extras. So gain 1 life. The deserts, you can cycle if you don't need them. They come in tap, but with Archelos, like I said, they can just come in untapped. Bajuka Bog. I believe there's 7 forests or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 forests, because green to ramp and stuff and get your colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands, and I think 4 swamps, because Bajuka Bog would have been its own swamp. 4. And then Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds. because you can fetch lands, and with Archelos, yet again, on the battlefield, they'll come in untapped. So Archelos just does crazy shenanigans, and there's way more. You can get really dirty with this deck. You can get really fun, like do things that would take an extra turn because they come in tapped, but now they come in untapped. I'm sure there's combos, you know, infinite mana, discard everyone's hands. Do what you want in these colors. But for me, it was a fun turtle tribal, and if someone gets a little too ahead, I wanted to make sure I had the cards so Archelos could tap down and they can't get too far ahead. Anyways, that's a deck. So glad I have this finally, a turtle commander. Thanks for watching. Peace.